And realizing as I looked back, like those games weren't actually time wasters. They were actually teaching really important skills. um, Simon Says, and games like that, right? Red light, green light. They're teaching like careful listening. They're teaching impulse control. They're teaching, can what's everybody else doing? So some co-regulation abilities, frustration tolerance, right? Things like that, as well as moving your body and all those things we know now that kids need, that the science tells us that they need. And we get rid of those games because kids are on screens and they're struggling with impulse control and they're struggling with self-regulation. It's like those games are great. I Spy in 20 Questions. Those are teaching deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, categorization, prioritization, all those executive function skills. All these kids were worried about struggling with executive function skills. Those are practice for executive function skills. I Spy in 20 Questions. They're also practicing what we call theory of mind. Theory of mind is what we think of when we think about neurodivergent kids, kids on the spectrum who struggle with social pragmatics. Theory of mind is, can I tell what's in someone else's head, right? Like, can I guess what Amanda's thinking about, based on her body language or, being predictable or, sort of things like that. When we don't have that, right, people struggle with social issues to take someone else's perspective. But if you're playing 20 Questions or I Spy, you can actually teach that skill because it's like, oh, dad's favorite color is orange. So he's probably going to think of something orange for I Spy. And like last time he thought of, that sign over there. So this time it's going to be something different, and kind of cognitively get their way into the theory of mind, right? Same with 20 Questions, right? You can start to do pattern recognition of what someone's mental process is. So it's actually teaching these social skills, but we toss those to, do test prep and other things, but those are actually really important social, emotional, and executive function building games. And so I always say, we got to keep playing all those games too.